Hey Trinity families, we are here with our principals here at Trinity Christian School and so glad to give you a report of what God is doing here on our wonderful campus here in Sharpsburg. As you know, we are committed to our mission to prepare today's student to impact tomorrow's world. And over the last week or so, we've been involved with a lot of different programs and celebrations and graduations. And throughout it all, the one thing that just keeps on coming over and over in my mind is how everything has just been so centered on Christ and seeing our kids grow and mature in the things of knowledge, the knowledge of God, the knowledge of Scriptures. And Adam, I'll just start with you. Just coming off of the 8th grade graduation last night, it was just a beautiful time as we had parents and grandparents and mentors laying hands on our kids, just trusting that God's going to lead and guide them. Can you give us an idea of what you sense God is doing on our campus and how you came up with even those ideas of really centering in on praying over our children?
Yeah, I think, the transition to high school is always a big deal for parents and students alike, and it's hard for us as middle school staff saying goodbye to those kids. We've had them for most of the time 3 years, and to have them step into this new phase of life, we want to make sure that they're equipped and ready for that, and we want them to know that they're not going into it alone. And so I think we've been doing the prayer of blessing for probably the last 5 or 6 years maybe, and just an idea for us to have some special people in their life, whether it's a mom, dad, sibling, coach, youth pastor, come alongside as part of that ceremony to pray that special prayer of blessing, letting them know, like, hey, we're going to be with you in this next phase of life. And yeah, it was good to see.
I talked to one softball coach who had come in just for last night, and what an honor it is for those even on the outside to come in and pray over these young people. It is a great privilege. There's no greater privilege for us than to really invest in this emerging generation. Well, we had kindergarten graduation as well, Sherry, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what that was like and what we see God doing in our preschool and kindergarten program.
Oh, it was a great night. It is probably my favorite night of the year for our lower school. I think what strikes me the most about it is all of the families that come out to support. So you've got parents, but grandparents, and it's just, the heritage of everyone that's speaking into the students' lives and all coming together to celebrate. And so we had a great time. We had a march to the stadium and lots of excitement. Had our traditional flyover, and just make it really special and a great time for our families to gather together. But in lower school, our students are so young, and that's where we're setting the foundation, right? Where we want them to just have a love for the Lord, for His Word, and know that they have a call upon their life. And so just partnering with our families, because it's really starts in the home, and then having the pillars of the church and our school to come alongside each other and really just pour into our students.
I'm reminded time and time again of just how wonderful our teachers are here at Trinity Christian and how they really do carry this heavy burden upon their lives to really pour into the students and not just give them a really good academic foundation, but to also give them a wonderful spiritual heritage as well. And as we have the opportunity to team with, partner with families as well as churches, we just count it a great privilege. Well, here recently we just went through accreditation. It's a pretty big commitment here at Trinity. I know Mr. Bass has been working with our instructional coaches and principals for 2.5 years to prepare us for that. And Mr. Bass, do you mind just kind of giving us a bit of a report on how Trinity did with their accreditation?
I'd be glad to, Dr. Anthony. Trinity did very well in the accreditation process. As Dr. Anthony said, we worked for 2.5 years on the standards that the accreditation team would come in and look at. We belong to 2 accreditation agencies, Cognia, which is the old SACS accreditation, which most Southeastern schools and colleges belong to, and also the League of Christian Schools. They sent a team of 6 people to our school, and they looked at our standards from leadership, governance, but most of all, what we were doing for school improvement. They went into 81 of our classrooms and evaluated how our teachers were engaging our students. And our teachers scored very well in that. Also, they looked at the structure of the school from leadership of not only the school, but from the board, looked at our finances, it was a true evaluation of what we were doing, and are we meeting the educational standards so that when they put their stamp that says Trinity is accredited, it means something.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I know that one of the highlights for me was we had a couple of members from the accreditation team. I think they were all from Florida, but they had mentioned that they'd like to bring their team from their school to come and sit with some of our teachers, our administrators, and really learn kind of the Trinity way and see what Trinity was doing. It made such an impact on them, so that was pretty neat. Some of the things that I've been excited about was just mixing and mingling with our staff here. We have some exciting things on the horizon this coming year, and with some new initiatives. I know, Sherry, you have some new team leads and all. Can you give us an idea of what next school year is going to look like?
Yeah, absolutely. We are really excited about next school year. We do have some people transitioning into different roles, and so Wendy Moore, she's one of our beloved kindergarten teachers. She's been in that role for a very long time. She's going to move into our first grade team lead role, which means Yvette Varela, who again is very dear to so many people, will be taking the lead in second grade. And then Rachel Jarosky remains in third. So I'm really excited about this team because combined, they have 36 years experience here at Trinity. And I think that's going to be able to be seen in how they lead their teams and how we are able to just improve in all areas, academic and spiritual and all those areas. I'm just really excited about everything that they're bringing to the table. They're all very excited about it. I have already heard from some parents because the word is out there. Parents may or may not already be requesting teachers, which we're not allowed to do, but it shows that they're bought into what we're doing as well. So,
well, it sounds like we have a dream team there with Mrs. Moore and Mrs. Varela and Mrs. Drosky. Man, that's fantastic.
And the cool part is because they're coming from a grade level below them, they're going to be able to see what that transition is like for our students. So that can only work to their advantage. And also, Jamie Farr is our preschool team lead. Katie Judy, who's been around Trinity for a long time, started off many years ago teaching in 5th grade and then started off in our preschool. She's going to assume that kindergarten lead role. So it really will be a dream team. I'm excited to work with them.
Fantastic. So, Mr. Vincent, tell us what's going on with middle school. What can we look forward to next year?
Yeah, part of our school improvement plan is to continue addressing biblical integration, biblical worldview, wanting to see that further developed and integrated, not just in our Bible classes, but in all of our subject areas. So we've been working with multiple teams to make sure that's happening, both from a top-down approach, trying to align our high school Bible curriculum with our middle school Bible curriculum, also working with some of our teachers to further integrate that into the sciences and the maths and the history classes. So I'm excited. We've got some things in place to better evaluate our teachers on how they're doing, also trying to provide some additional professional development so that they can get better at that part of the craft of being a teacher at a Christian school. I know that in the interview process that I've had for adding staff next year, the teachers that are coming are so excited to be a part of a Christian school where they can teach that biblical worldview piece. Some that have taught in Christian school, others that haven't yet, and are really excited about it. So we look forward to building off of that and continuing to increase that biblical worldview development in our students through our teachers.
Yeah, that's great. Well, one of the things that we are going to be transitioning on is in our high school. As you know, Mrs. Jones is going to be leaving the high school, but she's going to be going to another school down the road, and We're so thankful for Mrs. Jones and what she's done here at Trinity. She's invested a lot of her time, her energy, and her ability, and we're just so thankful for that. But we have a little bit of a hole here, and so one of the things that we are doing is we've hired a search firm, and we're casting our net wide, but we don't feel like we need to be in a hurry necessarily. So one of the things that we're doing is we are putting Mr. Bass in as the interim principal for the high school, and he has a little bit of experience in education. So Mr. Bass, tell us, you've been the assistant head of school. Now you're going to be playing this role of the principal of the high school. Give us an idea of what we can look forward to in the high school.
Well, I look forward to doing this dual role of assistant head of school and principal, and it's exciting again. You know, when you do something new, it's rejuvenating for you. It's been years since I've been a principal, but to be honest with you, the best job I ever had was being a principal. And I look forward to just being around the kids. I've been hard at work already, working with Ms. Jones and the high school team. For example, today we were working on Go Week, getting ready for that next January. So I look forward to this move. I've got a great team coming in with me. Robbie Ross, who is a coach here, is going to move into the Dean of Student role. Karen Brannon, who is a math teacher here, will be moving into the instructional coach role. I am very confident in those two people. They will do a great job, and I hope our students will have a fun year. It's going to be an exciting year, and we look forward to it.
Well, fantastic. I think last year we had to hire maybe 42 teachers. I don't know what we had to do this year, but a big thanks to you guys in really leading the way in finding the right fit for Trinity, because it's so important to have those teachers that have a sense of call in their life, investing in our young people. To all the parents, we want to say thank you. Thanks for choosing Trinity Christian School. We count it an honor to serve you. We pray that you have a great summer and that you and your family would be rested up for a great year this coming year at Trinity Christian School.